My dear friends, John and Irwin Jacobs, Paul Jacobs, Gary Jacobs, honorary guests, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Qualcomm evening, and what an evening, my goodness. Qualcomm, one of the telecommunications industry's greatest startup success stories, and the pioneer and world leader of digital wireless technology that provides wireless communications to tens of millions of customers around the world. Children growing up in the second decade of the 21st century who use their cell phones for surfacing the internet, playing games, watching TV, taking pictures and making videos, cannot understand how we, their parents and their grandparents, could manage to live and function without cellular phones. And what is true is that after adjusting to life with the cell phone, it really seems as if they have been with us forever. Such earth-shaking revolutions are dependent on leaders, the kind of leadership and leader we honor here today. So this special event is doubly special for the Technion and for me, because in addition to celebrating Qualcomm's 20th anniversary in Israel, it is an opportunity to honor Dr. Irwin M. Jacobs for his long-lasting philanthropic and management engagement with the Technion, which began 20 years ago. It culminates with the extraordinary gift by Irwin and his beloved wife, John, of $133 million for the Technion-Cornell Innovation Institute in New York City. This project will join two leading technological institutions in the heart of New York to become a new model of academic projects in modern history. Tonight, it is my greatest pleasure to bestow Dr. Jacobs with the Technion Medal, the Institute's greatest recognition, only given every 3 to 5 years, whereupon he will join a unique and distinguished group of supporters and visionaries who helped the Technion reach its world-class status as a technology powerhouse of innovation. But before I bestow our gift to you, Irwin, I'd like to say a few more words about you, my friend, about your fascinating life, which is exemplary and worth imitation. Irwin Jacobs is a visionary, academic, philanthropist, and a family man. Married to John since 1954, speaking about 20 years, it's nothing. They together built a prosperous family with 4 sons and 11 grandchildren. He is a man who knows how to embrace change in terms of initiating change, making changes, and leading changes, like the Qualcomm tagline, "The future is mobile, live it now." Irwin Jacobs was born in New Bedford, Massachusetts. When he graduated from high school in the 50s, he intended to pursue an engineering degree. But upon the advice of his high school counselor, who believed that there was no future in science or technology, he decided to be practical and enrolled in the School of Hotel Administration at Cornell University instead, thinking this education would benefit his family's restaurant business. As luck would have it, his roommate was studying to become an engineer, and a year and a half later, luckily for all of us, Irwin transferred to electrical engineering. And the rest, as the saying goes, is history. He was a co-op student, studying and working in industry, where he worked as an assistant to an engineer who advised him to pursue a graduate studies, which he ended up doing at MIT. There, he spent several years teaching as an assistant and associate professor before he decided to go west to help start a brand new department of electrical engineering at the new university, University of California at San Diego. During his time in Southern California, his MIT background attracted many requests for consulting which resulted in starting up a shared consulting company in 1968. Then he co-founded Linkabit, and in 1985 went on to co-found Qualcomm, where his leadership qualities and perseverance helped him to persuade the cell phone industry to adopt Qualcomm technology as its standards. The Jacobs contributed hundreds of millions of dollars to the field of education and to the arts. It is not surprising that 2 years ago, the San Diego Union Tribune nicknamed Irwin Philanthropist in Chief. What an appropriate name. Their most recent gift was announced just last month when John and Irwin announced with the New York City Mayor, Michael Bloomberg, a momentous gift of $133 million to the joint Technion-Cornell project on Roosevelt Island, which will be named the John and Irwin Jacobs Technion-Cornell Innovation Institute, or JTCII for short. Irwin, some of your friends will join me now on the screen to thank you in person. Please.
With the presentation of the Technion Medal, the Technion today honors you, Irwin, one of the great figures of American and world philanthropy. The Technion Medal recognizes a lifetime of achievement, and we're privileged that you and Joan have chosen the Technion as your principal philanthropic expression in Israel. Irwin, I recall vividly that when I first met you more than 20 years ago at the Qualcomm office, you told me that you saw the Technion as an appropriate partner in helping to build Israeli science and technology, and thus its future economic growth and development. Those first discussions in the early 90s led in 1996 to a significant gift to create the Irwin and Joan Jacobs Center for Communications and Information Technology. And in 1996, the San Diego ATS chapter honored you with our organization's highest tribute, the Albert Einstein Award. Some 10 years after that, you and Joan made a decision to move forward for the Irwin and Joan Jacobs Graduate School at the Technion. And more than 20 years later, I had the pleasure of being present with you and Joan at the announcement of your most extraordinary gift to create the Joan and Irwin Jacobs Technion-Cornell Innovation Institute.
We are excited, as everybody can tell, to be partnering with Cornell University to train the next generation of engineering talent right here in NYC. The partnership is going to do great things for our city.
This gift really did and will continue to transform the prospects for the Technion-Cornell Innovation Institute.
Two great universities pull together to start a new concept of university, something that didn't exist before, something that I believe will be a landmark for future academic research. And today, this dream comes very close to becoming reality thanks to you.
Irwin, I hope you know how you are an icon to me, to President Levy, and to so many others. Irwin, you're one of the few people that I can truly say has changed the world through your ingenuity. And so how very appropriate for you to get the Technion Medal. And just as the Technion is a world leader, a global leader in innovation and in turning ideas into something to help the world, so are you, the very same set of attributes in a single human being. Permit me, Irwin, to also thank you and Joan for all the things that you have done together. A big day for you, a big day for the Technion, a big day of reflected glory for Cornell, and mostly a big and well-deserved day for Irwin Jacobs. Congratulations.
Look forward very much to our association with JTCII. Going forward, I look forward to seeing many successes new faculty, new students, new companies springing up. It should be a very exciting ride. We're glad to be part of it. Thank you.
I feel that it's important that I give back to society and to New York in particular because I was afforded this wonderful education. So thank you, Mayor, for supporting this idea.
Joan and Irwin, you know, in the end, this work is about much more than gifts and tributes. And of course, you know that. You know that it's about people and about changing people's lives. This is something that your work does every day. It's a privilege to know you and to thank you, not only for what you do, but for all that you are.
Irwin and John, may you join me on the stage. Irwin, thank you so much for all you have done for the Technion, for engineering, the field of telecom, academia, Israel, and future scientists. You are truly a great leader, a model citizen, and a mensch. And I'd like to present to you the Medal of the Technion, and I'll read the description. The distinguished Technion Medal is hereby conferred upon Irwin Jacobs in acknowledgement for your extraordinary, multifaceted life's work in advancing technology, education, and innovation as an academic, entrepreneur, and philanthropist. In recognition of your profound and unwavering support for the Technion and the State of Israel, in gratitude for your and your wife John's inspiring act of vision and generosity, by forever associating the Jacobs name with the Technion-Cornell Innovation Institute in New York City. Signed, tirelessly, the president of the Technion. For you, dear John, we are delighted to surprise you with a special gift we have made especially for you, John. We know that this would not have been made possible without you, so please allow me to give you a small token of appreciation for your generosity and support on behalf of the Technion. And this is the sign of the Technion made especially for you.
Oh, thank you so much.
And another surprise, if you join me to watch for half a minute.
Irwin, congratulations on receiving this terrific honor, the Technion Medal. You and Joan are visionary global philanthropists, and the Technion is fortunate to have your support. The unique partnership between Cornell University and the Technion is helping New York City become the global capital of technological innovation. I was glad to stand beside you and Joan a few weeks ago here at City Hall to announce your extraordinary gift. And it is fitting that the school will be named in your honor, the Joan and Irwin Jacobs Technion-Cornell Innovation Institute. The Institute will promote science and engineering teaching, attract students from around the globe, create new companies and thousands of new jobs, and inject billions of dollars into our economy. It will help pave the way for innovations that will improve our world. So on behalf of a grateful city and a grateful country, thank you.
Peretz and all others here from Technion, thank you very, very much for this beautiful medal. That will have a very special place in our home. Actually, I think we should be thanking Technion because on this 20th anniversary of Qualcomm Israel, I think a very high percentage of those present graduated from Technion. And so we're proud to be associated with an educational institution that turns out such great graduates and that leads to so much innovation. The JTCII, the new institute in New York City, I hope will have as much success in turning out very good graduates and spawning new businesses, as well as, of course, adding some very good engineers to Qualcomm's worldwide staff. And so we look forward to many great successes there as well. It's going to be very interesting. We're Cornell undergraduates, Joan and I. We've been associated with Technion now for many, many years. We have many friends who have taught at Technion, who have gone to Technion, many from our old days at MIT, where we were together as graduate students, et cetera. So the ties go way, way back. And so it's very, very pleasant to be able to continue this very positive association. I should also, of course, add my congratulations to Qualcomm Israel on its 20th anniversary. Job well done. And it's interesting to think back to 1993. Joe Shapira had been working with us in San Diego, decided he wanted to return to Israel. We had been thinking of setting up a Qualcomm Israel, and that was a very appropriate time to do so. Joe is here somewhere tonight as well. Oh, over here. Thank you. So that was the beginning of what has turned out to be an amazing organization. 1993 is interesting. It was the year that CDMA received its standard for the second US standard on mobile communications. And it wasn't until 2 years later, the fall of 1995, that the first system went commercial in Hong Kong. And then shortly thereafter, 2 systems went commercial in South Korea, and then the US, and of course, we've continued to spread very much around the world ever since. When we started Qualcomm, it was after selling my first company, which was called Linkabit. It was a very successful company, did a number of innovative things, retired for about 3 months and decided that that wasn't much fun. And we decided to start Qualcomm just as a way to kind of keep our hand in things. No idea of a particular product that we would produce. We knew digital would be important, wireless would be important, but had no business plan or anything else. And I think it was within about the first 6 months that I came up with the idea of CDMA, originally for a mobile satellite as well as for cellular. It took us 2 more years before we had the resources, before we sold our first commercial product, had the resources to move ahead with CDMA. And then it took another 2.5 years to move to a standard, to convince the industry that this was something that did have a future. Now looking around at all of the, I think Paul estimated about 2 billion third generation or so users, and all third generation is CDMA, it indeed has had a really major impact. And we're just getting going. And so with all the new ideas around, all the wonderful things, over 6 billion cellular connections, probably going toward 20 billion within the next several years with machine-to-machine communications, et cetera. Luckily, there's still lots of great things for us yet to do. And for new Technion graduates and JTCII graduates to be able to do as well. thank you very much for all of this. This was wonderful. Again, congratulations, Qualcomm Israel. It's been great working with you over the years. Thank you all.